everybody? Wisdom here. It is Tuesday, March 24th, 2015. It's 11:22 at night. It is really hot in here. And it has actually been a while since I did the base upgrades for Rocket Roll. I did him pretty much the night I unboxed, so I guess a week ago. And I've been playing around here. Of course, he does 5 to 7. Just rolling around his primary attack, upgraded with the base upgrades. You're going to shoot off a 98 to, what was it, 147. Let's see here. Now this is actually just super effective in my opinion. It's just the tertiary attack, it's the boulder barrier. And basically you've kind of got just where you use it as a defense shield, kind of like that. And then you've also got where you can launch them. And you kind of get that type of reaction from them. This is kind of just for you to see and for me to kind of brush up, you know. Let's see here. Rock on upgraded pretty much all of our rock attacks. Bouncy attack mode. You could basically, at the time, we didn't have like the Mo boulders that we ended on. So when you trigger this, you can actually hold down the B button. The more rocks you suck in or inhale, the more damage you're going to do. This is 110 to 165. It's the max, so that's what I'm documenting. Jumps roughly 20 times. The grand finale sadly doesn't do any extra damage. I kind of thought it would, but if you suck in 2, I think you're doing like 100-ish. If you suck in 1, it would be less. So if you care to document all that or know about it, that is something to do. Same thing with Mo boulders. Tap Y once, you got 3. Tap Y again, you've got 6. And again, you can use those as just like a defensive shield as you come through here, you know, and use your like spitballs or something. Quigley is... he was a problem last time, he was a problem this time. But if you actually suck in... well, that was blowing them all out. But, if you come in and you actually hold down the secondary attack, it gets a little bit larger and you're doing 125 damage. So you can terminate it at any time by pressing the tertiary attack button again. And I'll just leave it at that. So, what I am going to do, let's actually talk to Persephone. Okay, they went away. I thought they would, but I wasn't sure. Now, in an effort to save money, as much as I like Rocky Roll, and I very well may wind up with a second Rocky Roll, just not right now, while they're full price and kind of hard to come by. Reports from everybody on the Skylander Club forum, pretty much a general consensus in the Skylander hunting thread. The day Toys R Us releases Wave 4, everything is there. It's super fantastic. And then by the weekend, you know, Sunday or even on Monday now, it's pretty much all gone. So I'm thinking the scalpers hit and their thoughts are, we snatch everything up, there's not going to be a supplemental wave to restock everything, and we laugh all the way to the bank again. So bottom line, how can you stop that? Don't buy from them. If you're going to buy Rocky Roll for $10, absolutely go ahead. You'll save money on the tax. If they're going to sell it to you for, you know, $15, and it's a situation where you might have to drive a great enough distance, maybe an hour to a Toys R Us or something, factor that in by all means. But don't go in there and pay $25, you know, for the figure. That's just stupid. And I've said that for 4 years now, and I'll continue to say that. So that said, we're going to focus on the fun stuff here. We're going to upgrade now. I personally think I would like Geological Grandmaster better. And the reason for that, Spitball, I've got a Jolly Rancher stuck in the corner of my mouth as the crisis on hand right now. But Spitball, good lord. Yeah, I guess it's going to be stuck there a while, so my apologies if I sound funny. It's kind of somewhat painful. It's probably because it's so hot in here. I had a real hard time getting the wrapper off, and I thought it was stuck, and then I kind of just peeled and it came off. I was like, oh, no big deal. And now I'm second-guessing that decision in my life. But the Spitball was not really addressed with the base upgrades. Came right in, you got your tertiary. I guess Rock On kind of applied to it, but it was more of like a across-the-board deal. And then Bouncy Attack Mode and Mo Boulders was a kind of secondary, tertiary setup. So, as I was saying, because of, you know, the situation, trying to save money, I'm going to try and take the path that I think I would like the least right now. Then I'll reset the character, and I'll come in and I'll take the path that I think I would like the best. And so that's where Geological Grandmaster comes into play. But we're going to right now take Rolling Rumbler, which improves your roll attacks. This may turn out to be a great path, and I may hate the other one. I don't know. I do all of this blind, so that was a pointless cutscene though. But the roll attack, it's basically like a little 2-second dash. Now, like I said, you can kind of roll and do a 5 to 7, just incidental damage. If you dash and you actually make contact, you're going to do the 25, 37, or 38. What did they put it at? Yeah, 37. They did not round up there, so it should upgrade well. I just don't know if I'm going to like it as much as I would the primary attack. In part, I think the Soul Gem is going to kind of tie into offsetting some things. So let's go ahead and explore it. Okay, I do want to make sure I had a dream that I didn't have a Soul Gem, and I was like, that's impossible. We went through Time Town. But anyway, we're going to get started here. Keep in mind I've got 15 winged sapphires, and I will be trying very hard to get this Jolly Rancher Lodge's Blue Raspberry, for those of you keeping score at home. Let's Roll is the title of this upgrade. It's $11.91 with our discount. Rapidly press B to rev up the boulder dash for more damage and speed. This could either be really lame or really awesome, and I don't know which. I got it. I got the Jolly Rancher. Sweet freedom from the right side of my mouth. Okay. Now it's really sour. I don't know what was going on. Anyway, we were dashing for about 2 seconds, and again, where it left off, it was doing 25, 37. So that's about the same. But if we, what did they say? What was their exact words on this one? Rapidly press attack 2, or the B button here on the X bone, to rev up boulder dash for more damage and speed. So let's rock. It looks cool, but 55 was the critical. Avalanche. It's kind of hard to control. Obviously, when I get wedged here, I'm wanting that to happen. But it's sad because by the time I'm like hooking around to hit what I want to, there's a 75.
Then press the tag button again to return to playing as your Skylander.
50. I'm thinking it's going to be 50 to 75 max damage. But let's see how long it lasts now. I'm going to try to get somewhere open. About 7 seconds, and I'm going to call it 50 to 75. So that's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going to call it. It's really hot, and I'm going to try to introduce some other characters. So
ready for another magical upgrade?
Alright, next up is Roll with the Punches. This sounds interesting. In Bouncy Attack mode, which is his tertiary attack, press X to perform a spinning fist attack, and this might be the highlight of the path. I don't know. $15.41 is the price. And I don't know if it will be influenced by the number of boulders or not. So we're going to start out with 3. So we're going to press the Y button. And we're going to E. We're in Bouncy Attack mode. And looks like it's going to do 19 to 28. And 110, of course, is just our Bouncy Attack mode. So it looks really cool. 19 to 28, and then let's try it with 6 boulders. Quigley, just go in Persephone's treehouse or something. Alright, let's see if this increases the damage. I'm thinking it should, but you never know. There's all 6 boulders. It's coming up. 19 to 28 still. So it's kind of a buzzkill. But we'll go ahead and document that. 19 to 28. I've got it in the spreadsheet. Well, the good news is, unless this next upgrade is fantastic,
ready for another magical upgrade?
I think I might have made the correct decision. So, Rocky Boxing. In Bouncy Attack mode, press B to throw a dashing punch attack. Price is $21.01. So basically, we've increased the duration of the roll with the first upgrade. Second upgrade, when you're in Bouncy mode, you press primary and you do roll with the punches, and now Rocky Boxing is going to be the same concept. We're going to start out with 3, and let's load.
Rubble trouble! Yeah! Yeah!
Okay, so what was he doing? We're gonna have to redo that. No, 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 no. That gun. Let me just, This is not normal. Okay, thank you. So, alright. And you have to bear with me, I am also pretty tired. I was up late doing Minecraft things last night. Those videos are all edited and uploaded though. We're up to episode 47. And I realized also a mistake. I think the desert whale may have been marking a strong one or something. Anyway, bouncy attack mode. Press B to throw a dashing punch attack. Let's actually just take a look at that right now so we can kind of feel that out.
Oh, yeah!
That's what I was trying to have happen. Okay. So, tertiary. Eat all that. And now we want to press. This is our roll with the punches. And now Rocky Boxing.
Rubble trouble! Yeah!
Okay, so he just does like a hard ground pound several times. See what it looks like. 6 boulders.
Rubble trouble! Yeah!
I think he's getting off 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so 4 hits there.
Rubble trouble!
And now we just need to document it. So, Rocky Boxing, we know what it looks like. We just need to see what it does. We're going to start with 3. Inhale all the boulders. And now let's come over here. So, the 110 and 165. 57.
Rubble trouble! Yeah! Oh yeah!
We need to do that again. 57 seems like an odd number,
Rubble trouble!
but it is. So half of 57 would be 28 and a half, so I think it might actually be 85. I'm giving the way they do things, so try it again.
Rubble trouble!
Yeah, so 57, and then 67, 77, 85. Yeah, there was our 85, so hallelujah. Rocky Boxing, 57 to 85. We know what it looks like, and we know what the damage now. So I'm going to try it with 6 now. We'll inhale all of it. And I'll see if the damage goes up. I'm guessing no. Nope. It's just like the other 57, 85, so it's not impacted by the number of boulders that we inhale. So that's actually documented. I feel like it's decent, but it's like nothing to write home about. Rolling Rumbler to me seems like if you prefer bouncy attack mode, you just absolutely love, jumping around and doing the 110 to 165 or 125 to 187. Thought the Jolly Rancher was stuck in. It's almost gone. I won't have it for the next video, I hope. But basically then, while you're in bouncy attack mode, primary attack button, secondary attack button are both going to just offer additional damage that you didn't have prior. So that's the way I'm kind of viewing it right now. Now we're going to take a look at the Soul Gem.
Ready for another magical upgrade?
Yes, we are. And it is the Soul Gem for 2801. Press Y to increase the amount of boulders in the boulder barrier all the way up to 9. So this is going to be interesting. Let's go ahead, because it should have an impact on bouncy attack.
Rock and roll!
So, first off, let's get 3 going. They're still doing the same 38 to 57. There's 3, there's 6, there's 9. Now that is like super fortification. They're still all going to do 38 to 57, so no increases there. And we'll spawn 3, 6, 9. Let's go ahead and inhale them all. He's basically mega size right now. 140 to 210. And then the whaling, 19 to 28. And B, so yeah. 140 to 210 is what we need to take from that apparently. 9 orbs. and bounce attack is going to be 140 to 210. What I'm going to do now is try to calculate how many jumps he has. But once again, all this impacted, obviously number one, we've got 9 boulders if you use it as like a defensive ring of honor type thing. If you inhale them all for bouncy attack mode, he gets bigger. He does 140 to 210. But roll with the punchers and rocky boxing that you get with a rolling rumbler do absolutely nothing additional. Roll with the punches still 1928, rocky boxing 5785. So now what were we at? Mo boulders, the jump from 3 to 6 gave us 26 or so jumps. Standard tertiary attack, we got about, I think, 20 jumps if I remember correctly with bouncy attack mode. So what we're gonna do now is 3, 6, 9, and inhale them all. 1, 2. $32. That's what I'm going to call that, and that makes a lot of sense. I'll tell you why. I'll put 32-ish jumps. I think there may have been one at the beginning. I didn't count the end one there because it doesn't seem to do damage, but box stock from the beginning we do 20 jumps. When we upgrade it once with Mo boulders going 3 to 6, we get an additional 6 jumps. If you do the math, another 3 boulders would be what? An additional 6 jumps, so we go from 20 to 26 to 32. Just kind of makes sense to me. So I'm going to roll with that, and that was actually a good play on words there. Wish Quigley would leave us alone so we could work easier. But Rocky Roll, very fun character, great base upgrades. And again, Rolling Rumbler to me is best left for people that, honest to gosh, just absolutely love bouncy attack mode. Bouncy attack mode, I think, does 100, 105, 110, depending on if you have 1, 2, or 3 boulders. Obviously, it should be proportional not only to the first 3, but the second set of 3. And lastly, the Soul Gem's 9, the 140 to 210. If we drop down to 8 boulders, it'd probably be 135-ish. I do want to make sure, when we were launching the boulders from Rock On, we had 98 to 147. So let's come in here. We're going to fire off 9 of these, not hit anything by rolling into it, but fire them. Still 98 to 147. So that is that. That is Rocky Roll, taking down the Rolling Rumbler path. Not a bad path, but I don't know if it is the path for me. I'm hoping Geological Grandmaster delivers for me. We will see how it pans out. But that said, thanks so much for watching. Take those links in the video description box. They will take you to my personal site or the Skylander Club forum. You can find Rocky Roll's Attack Damage Spreadsheet. You'll also find my comprehensive analysis. You can compare and contrast. Watch all 3 of the videos. Maybe if you took Rolling Rumbler and you think, man, I wonder what Geological Grandmaster's like, you can watch the video. You can decide if you want to reset your character and grab Geological Grandmaster. If you think Geological Grandmaster's a horrible path and you're thinking, haha, Rolling Rumbler was the right path for me, or you might sit there and you might say, hey, I took Geological Grandmaster and I love it, but Rolling Rumbler looked pretty good too. Really like Rocky Roll. I'm going to go get a second figure. So that's kind of the goal there, just to help everybody out, document all this stuff. Again, it's kind of interesting to me and some of the hardcore players. So again, something to keep in mind, if I documented like all 9 of the boulders' attack damage numbers, it would be the never-ending spreadsheet. So you can do that. I did the max 3, max 6, and max 9 each time. It seems to scale up by 5. There might be a time that's not correct. We'll just have to wait and see. But that said, as always, thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on Twitch, where I live stream Skylander Trap Team. I'll pick up back on that once I've introduced this Wave 4 barrage of characters, maybe gotten a few more upgrades done. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. For myself and Rocky Roll, we will catch you back here as we explore the Geological Grandmaster path.